Hey there, good morning guys. This is Ice9 and we're doing a Madden Mobile video for the second part of the All-Pro promo. The offensive master player is out as well as all the other players. Got a 97 David Johnson in there that's out there. Not many of them, but they're out there. 97 halfback. So we'll get into that in the master player and go through the whole promo. We are playing number 15, the Gates. They were the Gates Cartel last year. This year it's the Gates and hashtag fuck you EA. And one thing that we should really go through is the leaderboard, as people might notice, has really changed a lot. We've got 99 problems up there. We've got a lot of DEA leagues up there. And a lot of the leagues, such as Boss League, are gone. And EA removed these leagues, so they reset their records maybe, or just, I don't know, shut down the leagues. I don't know exactly how they did it, but they finally cleaned it up. They finally got a lot of those leagues out of here. Now, these guys this year... last year it was the Gates Cartel, and they were a top league, and I assume anything with Cartel last year was a cheater, was a cheating league. This year, at least in my observation, the guy who played his drives against me appeared to be playing live. I don't think airplane mode works anymore anyways, and he put up 12 against me, so... appeared to be clean. A lot of the other guys they've got a 30-pointer right here, and this has been kind of a weird glitch and anomaly. But we've got 2 drives, and the other drive doesn't show up. And then we have 1 pick 6 out of the whole thing, and we somehow have 30 points. The other drive isn't showing up. I don't know if there's something going on because of that, or if it's just something going on with EA. They've had some glitches here lately with that, so who knows. But anyways, they're spanking us, as you would expect number 15 to spank us, I guess. So that's just that. Let's get into the promo here. So waited a week, and all pro offensive players to come out. The big thing with doing the sets, at least from the live events, is that quarterback collectible, which eludes me yet again. And now I've done this set 224 times, and I've pulled 6 quarterbacks out of the whole thing, out of live events, or out of this set, I should say, in exchange. The rest I got from live events. Because, though, we knew that this was coming Monday, they actually had the master player, Zack out there, but no cards to do anything with the set. And then they realized, whoops, we're early. And they pulled the set, and now it's back out this morning. But we got a glimpse of what it would be like, and I guessed that it would use the same collectibles, just in a different set, or maybe the same set with now offensive players coming out of it. And luckily they have an offensive set, non-auctionable players, so something you can't make money off the parts really by doing this. You could just purely do it to do the set, and you could get it from stamina refills and from packs. What I've noticed is the drop rate, judging from 2 sets that I've done, and I've spent some stamina refills, not a ton, just because it's not been terribly productive, is out of 224 times I got 6, so that's about a 1 in 40 chance of that working. I did do the All-Pro Exchange set too, because I had gold trophies, which I had absolutely nothing that I could really use them for. On that, I've got other gold trophies too, stuffed away in sets and things of that nature, so I didn't run myself out. But I did this 59 times and got no quarterbacks whatsoever. So they're a 0 in 59 chance that I got on that one. The chances are low and very frustrating. Luckily, there should be enough time for people who are diligent to get at least one of the players and maybe both of them. I have noticed on Peters, by the way, I've evaluated his gameplay after facing him a lot in Hall of Fame and also in League to League yesterday. He pick sixed me with an incredible play on a counter. I was running spread FL drag. He both hit Gronk, popping the ball up in the air to himself, and then made the pick six. It was an incredible play, and I do have him on the team now at corner one. But that was an amazing play, I got to say. I do think better cornerbacks are going to come out, but this guy could very well be an end game player with that kind of speed and strength at cornerback. Coverages are a little bit low, but he seems to make plays. Made another pick six today for the other league to give that guy 30 points. So, pretty good card, I would say. No doubt in the Zack Martin card here, do we have an end game card? A lot of people were very disappointed when it was leaked, or however you want to call it, when they messed up and they brought out the master player 2 days early. They were disappointed it was an offensive guard, an offensive lineman, because for one thing, in the higher difficulty levels, they don't seem to block. So no matter how good they are, they don't seem to block. So a lot of people are like, "Oh, what a waste! Give me a halfback. Give me something else." I personally am very happy with this. I don't remember one promo where the master player, the 99 player, was an offensive lineman out of all the promos in all 3 years that I've played. So this is definitely a change, and this is somebody you can have on your team all year. Now, the stats are insane. 90 speed, 90 acceleration, 98 pass block, 98 run block, 90 impact block, high awareness, good strength that boosts easily to 99, 90 agility. So this is a fantastic player. And I played a drive in a season game, just running toss and some different running plays and seeing how he did. And he gets out really quickly on the pull. There's no doubt about it. And the one thing that I will say about that is it should make running a little bit more viable at the upper levels, at Hall of Fame and all Madden, which it seems like EA has eased off and made that a little bit easier anyways. But with this guy, one of the things about speed, you don't know if he's going to block as well, probably not at higher difficulty levels, but he should get out there on the pull. Speed is very, very important for an offensive lineman. And one of the things about it to keep in mind, a lot of people are like, wow, 90 speed. He's got as much speed as wide receiver. No, he doesn't. It is relative to his position. In other words, he is faster than theoretically 10% of offensive guards, even though I have not seen an offensive guard or an offensive lineman in general with 90 speed. But it is relative to the position. He's not as fast as a 90 speed halfback, wide receiver, or cornerback. But that's still really darn fast, and he definitely gets out there on the pull quickly. And one of the things about it, even when a player's being nerfed, his awareness might go down a little bit. His blocking stats may not show up as much, while the other team, the defense, their block shed's going to be better and their awareness is going to be better and they're going to make more plays, but still the speed is going to show up. So I've put him on my team to the running side, to the plays. Only really pitch goes to the left. Not much goes, well, counter goes left too, but not much goes left. More plays go right or up the middle. So with that being the case, I want this guy out here on the toss, especially on 2-point conversions. I think he might make a real big difference. So I think that is the place to put him. You can see boosted up. 92 speed, 98 acceleration on an offensive guard. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm all set, you'll notice, for positional heroes. And we didn't get them this week. Council got theirs. I have no answers for this. I'm not sure what is going on. Is EA delaying before we get positional heroes? That can be the case. Gauntlet came out in console last year a lot earlier than it came out on Madden Mobile. Or are we just not going to get them at all? If I had to guess, I would guess that we're still going to get positional heroes this year. It just might come later. It might come at the beginning or middle of March or something. I don't see why EA would punish Madden Mobile by taking these sets away. Maybe they just figure, the players that are left are really hardcore and they just want to have them rip through as many packs as possible and get junk out of them. But it seems to me it would make sense to have some good things to do with all the junk that you get from packs, and that's what Positional Heroes is. That's what the Silver Medal and the Gold Medal Masters were last year. Those were good ideas, and I don't see them going away from Positional Heroes. I would be surprised and disappointed. I would put it that way. But we're obviously going to have to see how that all works out. So we see how the defense is now. Now, one interesting thing I did at the broken right tackle position, which in Hall of Fame and all Madden settings doesn't really like to block at all, is I'm trying somebody with a little bit of speed here in Jason Peters, the Pro Bowl player. His blocking stats are a little bit lower, especially the pass block, but he is a little bit faster, and I wanted to see if that speed and acceleration would make a difference. So far, I have noticed that I have liked the blocking a little bit better, even in comparison with Ultimate Legend Munoz, who's just not really quick enough. He's got really good acceleration, but doesn't have good speed. And it seemed that Munoz gets beat a lot. I think all right tackles get beat a lot, but if you find a faster guy, that I think is a very important stat for the guards and the tackles in the game. I really do. I think it's maybe as important as the blocking stats. Having high agility, acceleration, and speed means that he'll actually be more likely to engage on the block or at least chip the player instead of olaying him and let the player outquick him on the edge. So that is what my thoughts are on that. In terms of defense now, I already went through this, but I do have Khalil Mack now at the right outside linebacker position, and I've got Super Bowl Von Miller at the left outside linebacker position in coverage. And both players, I've noticed, even without the tackle boost, which really does give you a lot more options of playing a lot of other players, like playing Urlacher at the 3-4. If you take out Von Miller, at least on my team, he doesn't boost to 99 anymore. So playing domination Von Miller at that right outside linebacker position may boost the team a little bit better, but in terms of gameplay, even without the tackle boost, I've noticed that the defenses played really well. Mack doesn't need a lot of tackle boosts. Super Bowl Von Miller doesn't need a lot of tackle boosts. Chancellor and some of the other cards don't need as much. Beasley kind of needs it a little bit. But his day is coming where he's going to be replaced along with Howie Long. So I've noticed that the gameplay has probably gone up a little bit. Von Miller's made some plays for me. He's made some picks. Max made a couple picks for me. Peters has made picks. Mitchell and Chancellor definitely make plays for me. Blount has made plays for me and some pick sixes. So I've been pretty happy with the defense in general. Another speed booster would be nice to get up to 99 overall. Special teams are still holding us back. Best kick returner in the game right now boosts up to a 98. It gets me up to a 97 special teams. Positional heroes, if it comes out, I think we're going to have a punter, but I do like Hecker in there for the kick power. And I have noticed that Boswell, I've just decided to take touchbacks. I let him fall back in the end zone anyways. A lot of people do. But I do kick longer field goals in the Hall of Fame. You know, if I have a 45-yarder and a 4th and 3, I'm going to take that field goal. I'm going to take my chances with that because points can be very hard to come by. So I leave the good kicker in the game for that, for sure. So that's what I'm doing. But that is the thing that's getting really hard and holding us back from a 99 overall right now. We'll see how long that continues. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the team. I would like to get a tackle that I like the gameplay of that boost up to 99. And I like another speed booster to get Gurley out of the lineup. But I do like the speed booster in the game. I'll sacrifice the blocking on the fullback to get the speed boost for the whole team. It is, I think, the biggest boost in the game. So that is basically it, and that is everything. We'll see what they do with positional heroes. One other thing that I'm going to cover too is we got our weekly promos, Ultimate Legends, and the season stars, and a couple new players for this week. Another offensive guard at 95, no Semele here. And not the quickest guy, especially the acceleration. Blocking numbers are okay, but not a set I'm really interested in doing. And then the other set here, Marcus Golden, a lot of linebackers in the game, 95 overall with stats that are nowhere near as good as Mac. The coverage is okay, but not nearly as good in any way, shape, or form as 96 All-Pro Mac. So he's not replacing him, and he obviously wouldn't replace Super Bowl Von Miller. And I don't really see him as much of a left outside linebacker as well, except for on budget teams. And that's what this promo is really all about. Drop rates are pretty good on the live event, unlike All-Pro, where the quarterback is so hard. You get a lot of players out of the live event when it comes to season stars. So it's a good one to do if you're trying to build up your team. Not a bad one to do at all. Okay, our 2 Ultimate Legends for the week. Got a Tim Brown card here. The boss player has +2 acceleration. Look at the stats here. Decent, 95 speed. 96 catch. Jump isn't real high. I believe he's 6'2". So he's not going to replace Jones. Want Dion still for the boost. That's a really good double boost that he has. And definitely not as good as Marshall. And Marshall has become my go-to guy in the slot. He really has. There's a lot of plays that you could run, play action plays that you could run only because you have a faster wide receiver in your team. So if you've got him, or like X Factor Delaney Walker, maybe you're one of the really, really fast players, you could really make some plays in the middle of the field with some of these post patterns for sure. Whereas if you had an Eifert, you could play him on HB option underneath the safety for reliable completion if the play isn't countered. It's a very frequently countered play. But other than that, when it comes to post patterns and separation, things like that, you're obviously not going to get it with the Eifert. So having a wide receiver in the slot or a faster tight end, there's only really one really, really quick tight end, though, and that's the X Factor Delaney Walker. But that way, that gives you some options to do that you might not ordinarily have. So that's basically it. And then Ray Nitschke here. And taking a look at this, and 98 card, he's +2 speed over Showdown Kuechly or Derek Johnson, Pro Bowl Derek Johnson. Stats are pretty good in general. Zone is a little bit lower, but the card is pretty good in general. The boss on this card is a 99, and it's an excellent card. So we're going to go into that. And then actually we're going to go into the Pro Bowl players, which I should have done too here. So this one's really easy to search for, 99 middle linebacker. And talk about inflation, 30 million and up for a +2 tackle boost. You can see the stats. Zone's still a little bit lower, but that man's really, really high for a middle linebacker. Really great stats on there. I'm not sure what the hit power is. I assume high 90s on it. I heard that the card's a pick machine in Hall of Fame and even lower difficulty levels, but not many people can afford that. I'm not spending all my coins on that. No way. That's craziness. That is craziness. If they do have an Ultimate Legend with +2 speed, I'll definitely rip some packs to try to get him, but I think better middle linebackers are bound to come out, and so I just don't see the difference. It's not worth that much of a difference in upgrading at the middle linebacker position. Great card, though. And let's go ahead and check out Brown's boss card. And he has +2 acceleration. So it's a good boost. That boost is already out there a lot of places, though. I don't see any Browns. Maybe he's a 98. Maybe. Oops. Got a new phone, so just getting used to the keyboard here. Here you go. Here's the boss. +2 acceleration. Some green over Jones and just as fast, but not as tall. Jump isn't nearly as good. Not going to be as much of a playmaker as Jones, in my opinion. Boost is good, but very redundant. So he's not going for a ton of coins. That's actually not as bad a deal on a boss card, especially in comparison with Nishiki. But still not one that I'm really willing to go for. Inflation is, as we could see, absolutely insane on the auction house. And it's crazy. It's gotten to the point where players are just insane prices to get. Super Bowl cards, Von Miller, Randy White, Jerry Rice, John Elway. Here we'll just go through the auction house and look for them, and then we'll look for the All-Pros here. But these cards are pretty ridiculous, going for ridiculous amounts. Where is Super Bowl? Pull those up. We're going to get a lot of Brady's out of this too, but there's Blount for 7 mil, Randy White for over 10 mil, Rice with a bid right now 3 mil, bunch of Brady's. There's Rice for 3.5 mil, Von Miller for over 6. Julio Jones card, which I didn't really talk about. A lot of green over the Team of the Year edition, but I'm just happy. I'm just fine with the Team of the Year edition. It's not worth the upgrade. And here's Marcus Allen, and he has a current bid of 16 mil. And stats are pretty good, but I assume better are coming out. It's not worth all that. Really is not worth all that. Jones again. There's Antonio Freeman. Not get much action. Singletary, probably not going to get much action. The Rice cards will have a lot of interest for people. This Bob Sanders card, wow, starting at 40 million. Really good, but short, and I think better safeties are going to come out. I'd just rather wait rather than spend that amount of coins. Here's an Elway, 25 mil. Should think about selling mine. Let's see. James Harrison, he's not bringing a lot, especially with Mac coming out. And let's see. The Brady's and more, Randy Whites, and that's basically it. So there's not a lot of them out there. And now let's get into our elite offensive players. And what we'll do is we'll pick all the categories for offense. Plug this in here. So Mike Evans card right here going for 400K. Big tall guy. He'll make some budget teams. Otherwise, I'd probably use him in the set. 96 OBJ with 90 strength. Are you kidding me for an OBJ card? That is ridiculous. Anyways, stats are decent, but he's short and the jump is only so-so. Not much interest. There's Zack Martin going for 6.5 million, but I think a lot of people are going to try to do it himself. There's Travis Kelce, 90 speed at tight end. Not a lot of tight ends that have that, and the stats for blocking are pretty good as well. No interest in the player though. Tyron Smith. And speed is okay. The blocking stats are just okay. Matt Ryan that you use in the set. Another assembly card. And this one again is pretty quick. Blocking is just okay, but pretty fast card, which is kind of interesting. Now let's see what else we got here. Junk Matt Ryan card. Another Conklin card. Stats, again, are just okay. Better used in the set. And let's kind of see who else we can find. Another Antonio Brown card. 92 speed. Pretty short. Not interested. Alex Mack. Blocking stats aren't impressive at all. And that is the one position where speed does not matter as much. So not a very interesting card at center. And Zack Martins are going out there, people trying to make coins. But that is, so we're falling under 4 million. Let's just try to sort them all. Doing them by 99 is going to get us down to them. So see how low he is going now. Threes. Low 3 million range. That is pretty low for a 99 offensive guard with those kind of stats. Not selling him. I'm keeping him on the team. That's not worth it. He's not even moving at that either. That's pretty sad. Pretty sad. All right, let's try out here. Let's kind of reset this. And 97. Again, sorry. Trying to get used to this phone and this different keyboard layout. So we've got David Johnson card. And stats look great compared to Game Changer Gurley, but compared to Pro Bowl Ezekiel Elliott, this is very much a sideways maneuver. Awarenesses and catch is higher. Trucking is 92, which is higher. Speed's one less. Strength will boost up about identical. Stats are really, really good, but better halfbacks are going to come out. And no way he's worth $20 million. Absolutely insane. No way he's going for that. Ooh, would I buy him for that? I'll wait. I'd much rather wait. He's just not that much better than a card that I already have. I paid $2 million for that card. So, why make a kind of sideways move just to and spend 20 million coins? That doesn't make any sense at all. But that is basically it, guys. We'll see. I'll keep you posted. Positional Heroes happens to drop. It's usually been on Tuesday. Maybe it'll come next Tuesday, and if so, I'll cover it. If not, hopefully cover Gauntlet and other promos that come out. In the meantime, though, it's definitely worth working on these all-pro sets to get these two master players. Both of them are really, really good players for sure. But that's it, guys. That's my video for the day, and thanks for watching.